Okay, now so we're going to go over how to fly your Rotormast V22, and the first thing you need to do is install your batteries. There's a piece of Velcro in here. I usually turn the batteries sideways. It's two 2200 milliamp batteries. I slide them into the Velcro. Then when you get it in the right position, keep these as far forward as possible. It'll keep your CG a little better, but you don't want it interfering with the landing nose gear. Then once you get them in there, you can strap them in so they stick to the Velcro. Turn your transmitter on. Like I said, when I start, all sticks back. I like to start out with the gyro in hold mode, so I turn it to hold mode. You can hear the speak. This battery strap is not connected correctly. Here the speed controls come. Okay, make sure you plug in both batteries. I always plug in both batteries, even if I'm just doing a little test, because there's been on many occasions where I plugged in one battery and just, I'm just going to do a little test. And I said, well, that works perfectly, and then I go fly. I forget to plug in the second battery, so just always plug in both batteries. Your canopy goes on like this. The easiest way to take it off is just grab it with your fingernail right underneath the front, and you can pop it off. So your landing gear. Okay, I'll turn the gyros back into rate mode while I'm handling the vehicle. Your landing gear cycle on this switch. Like I said, your cargo door, if I double click your gyro switch, it'll cycle. For conversion, it's on a slider switch over here, and I put a little extension on it because when I fly, I do it with my pinky. I fly with 2 fingers. Of course, I use the neck strap, but when I convert, it's fully proportional. So when I get ready to fly, if I'm gonna fly below head height, I'll turn, whoops, the throttles are full stunt. I'll turn this to stunt 1 mode, and then when I'll crack the throttles open, and as the throttles come up to RPM, I'll turn the gyros on to hold mode. Let's take it over here. So since I'm going to fly it over height, I'll go just straight to stunt 2 mode. I'll put my stick at quarter stick, which is flat pitch, and I'll turn my gyros on. I got my finger on the hold switch just in case. And it's pretty gyro stabilized, so it's pretty. I didn't hook up your lights. I got your 2 nav lights and the wings hooked up, but not your strobe. It's in there and everything, and your nav lights on the tail. But and if I want to bring the gear up, I'll just flip the gear switch. And then when I want to convert, I'll just slide that slider forward. It'll drift off. Get going pretty quick. A little cloudy out today. I understand why they color these things gray. Then to convert out, it's The conversion's all on a slowed servo, so you can just pull the stick back and it'll convert back out again. Nice and slow. Takes about 10 seconds, I think, for the full conversion. And you bring your gear back down. The cargo door can be cycled by just cycling that gyro switch. It'll turn your gyro into rate mode for a second. So that's why I kind of get that little bump when you go out of hold mode. And you get a wire hanging out through the bay door. So I just keep it in heading hold mode the entire time I'm flying. You can do set it down and convert it about less than half. You can do a rolling takeoff. Put it back out. Make sure you're bringing the throttles back. I mean, when you're converting back out, because you're wanting to see it descend, the collective pitch back. So if you just hold the higher collective pitches, then as you convert back into helicopter mode, it'll start climbing and it'll get really high by the time you can fly it around as that in this non-converted mode too. In helicopter mode, it'll fly around just like a model helicopter. You're in gyro hold mode, so you have to drive the tail around as you fly it, just like with a model helicopter that uses a heading hold gyro on the tail. So you can't just expect the tail to track around. And when you're flying around in airplane mode or partial conversion mode, make sure you bank the aircraft and don't just flat turn it. It's okay when you're kind of flying slow, but as you get faster, you want to make sure you bank the aircraft just like a model airplane and not kind of just yaw it around, because the way this vehicle works, you can yaw it around really easily. And then when you get when you get ready to land, wind's going right up the tail of the aircraft right here. So just bring it over a place. Just land it over here on the straight. When you get ready to land, just and I usually just set it down, then I usually hit my throttle hold switch to turn the throttles off. And then you want to open up the nose, disconnect the batteries, and then obviously you can turn the radio off. And then I'll go over taking it apart here in a second.